Hello, everyone. This is Lizzie again. I'm here with Lyra and Raquel, and we're going to talk episode 2 of A Discovery of Witches season 2. These episodes don't have a title, which really bugs me. It's like episode 2. Like, just give it a title. Because I like
Complicated.
Yes. But we're going to give you a little preview of what's coming in episode 2. We've all watched episode 1 now. And I assume you have a lot of thoughts about where the storyline is going. We can't give you details, obviously, but we can sort of tell you what we thought about the episode. Lyra has like a very, very good, a lot of feelings about these episodes, impersonation and everything. She's going to give us that. So I'm going to start with a question. First question is, what did you think of the episode? Did you like it? And do you think it advances the stories that episode 1 set up? Raquel, go.
Okay. Well, I really like this episode. I love this.
She really liked all the episodes, people.
But yes, I like it. I like it less than episode 1 because this episode is more. It's like. More slow, it's more slow. It's more like episode 1 is like frenetic, and episode 2 is more slowly, more relaxed. And I like it less because I think in episode 1 we see a lot of things, but we see or Matthew too, or Diana too. But this episode is like more darkness in that sense. I really like it, but less than episode 1. And yes, is continues the history that episode 1 set up, but you will surprise in some point of the episode in about the history it tells. But yeah, continue all the plots that episode 1 starts, so I'm okay with it.
Okay, Lyra, I know you got things to say. I can see it in your face. Go.
I disagree with Raquel.
Oh, boom! Go.
Every episode is kind of slow. You look back on Discovery of Witches season 1, every episode is kind of slow. This one builds up on the history, it does, or like the story, but I think it was just as slow as the first one.
But can you say the episode is slow if all the episodes, that's the tone of the show? Can you really call the episode slow?
No, it was just the show. And then, yeah, it was just the show. I mean, do I talk about, like, my warning signs?
Go for it now.
Okay, look. My alarm bells are starting to go off a little bit in episode 2. Remember, okay, anybody who's watched Twilight, at least the first movie, Edward Cullen has this very, very worrisome scene where he like rescues. Yeah, well,
worrisome.
What? He has one of many worrying scenes where he's like, you don't know what they were thinking about doing to you. And, like, look, if I were Bella, I'd be like, okay, Edward, you need to pull the car over, okay? I will walk home. But it's dark. I don't care. I think maybe Robert Pattinson was, like, trying to practice for his, like, Batman impression or some shit like that.
His voice. His vampire voice doesn't get close to Matthew's, I'm sorry.
Yes, but those same warning bells are the same warning bells I feel in the show. And you see it in the trailer. Some of Matthew's a little intense sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
All the time.
He gets more intense in episode 2, and as you can see in the trailer, he gets even more intense. And I'm like, Matthew, you need to cógelo con take it easy. You need to, like, take it slow, okay?
Cógelo con take it easy. Una cosa bien puertorriqueña.
Very Puerto Rican thing, yes. It's basically dial it back a little, okay? I'm a little concerned. And Diana's a little concerned. We're all concerned. He, she, we is concerned. The ton or whatever they call it as in Bridgerton, everybody's concerned.
The ton is concerned. I don't actually disagree with Lyra, but I do think this is sort of what the season was always meant to set up. Sort of a dark turn. Like, you are not the person you were 5 years ago, much less the person you were 400 years ago. And
I
also,
remember what I did yesterday.
You don't even remember the person you were 5 years ago, much less the person you were 400 years ago. I think we should have always expected Matthew to go through this shock of sort of having to step back into who he was and sort of trying to figure out also who he was back then, because he might just not remember. It's like, oh yeah, I remember I had a friend called Kid. I don't remember anything about him, but I had a friend. It's like, it's been 400 years.
I remember what he looked like.
I remember, like, yeah, and there weren't even pictures back then. So yes, it's a little bit of, I think this is the dark turn sort of the season, what Lyra's saying. I will personally, as long as they don't go full Edward Cullen, probably not mind it as much. I mean, it just all depends on how they deal with it going forward. And there's sort of this idea of how they dealt with it in the books, which ends up meaning nothing because there's so much in this regard that the actors put into it and that the writing for the show puts into it. So we'll see as the season develops.
I mean, I was about to say there is one certainty though, because we've been talking a lot about Matthew and this like thing, and the show is about Diana and Matthew. But look, Diana,
because he's got more issues than her.
Look, she ain't gonna take any of his shit. She didn't take his shit in season 1. She's not gonna take his shit in season 2. And if he thinks that he can act the way he wants to willy-nilly, he's got another fucking thing coming. 400 years doesn't mean that I go, pa! Like, you need to calm yourself down.
He's got more clothes now where she can drag him by whatever he's wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, she has magic. She doesn't even need to, like, actually grab him. Yeah, I think that's the best thing about the show. I mean, we always sort of expected Matthew's dark turn. But like Lyra said, Diana's going to put him in his place. Not
she
necessarily
isn't here to fix him.
No, but she's his partner, so she's going to be here to be like, what the fuck? Please get it together. I don't got time for this because I got my own issues and I actually need you to support me. So, like, get in line because bigger problems ahead, Matthew. Come on. Yes, and we got very derailed in that question. So, 1 to 10 rated, and I'm going to start. And I must say 7.5. It feels like I'm going too low. I also think it wasn't as good an episode as the premiere. It had less levity. But it was a good episode. I don't even feel like I'll go lower than this 7.5. And maybe that'll change when I watch all the episodes. Lyra.
I think I'm gonna go for a solid 7.5 as well. High five! Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, and there were some touches of Diana's magic where you're like, damn girl, you're really powerful, and I like powerful people.
Yeah. Lyra has a thing for Diana and Matthew. She's the best of both worlds.
I'm an equal opportunity person.
Right. High five. Raquel, from 1 to 10.
I disagree with the two of you. I
love it.
I give it 7 points for me.
Okay, I thought she was gonna give it like a 5. I was scared, but she disagreed.
7. Well, the 7 points go to Diana because
Matthew gets 0 points. I agree on that though.
Because yes, I agree with Lyra in this. She is very, very powerful. She has this thing, like she said, she doesn't want to fix him, to fix Matthew. She wants to stay with him in the dark place, and
She wants to be his partner.
Yes, and understand him and stay with him no matter what. And I admire that. I admire that Diana doesn't scare about this side of Matthew, this dark place in his heart. She's with him. She always tries to say to him that I'm here. You can tell me everything. You can trust me. I here no matter what, even in your darkest action, I will here with you.
Yeah.
I admire that. She's really, really strong. Matthew, I want to kill Matthew in this episode because she started a dark way. He's the opposite and our Matthew, the Matthew we know in season 1. I want to kill him in some point, but Diana doesn't want to kill him, just to play.
He's nicer than us.
To him, yelling at him. I didn't like that. So 7 points.
I mean, I don't wanna kill him. I just like. And then what you said, Raquel, about like her being there in the darkness with him without excusing it or making up reasons for him, because it is not her job to make up reasons for him. It's like, I will support you, boo, but I will also tell you what you did wrong. Yeah. And I have a line. It's right here. If you pass it, I'm gonna tell you. Like, she's not gonna. I feel like with other women, like watching the episode, I had warning bells because I'm so used to women becoming doormats for men that take dark turns, and it has to be all about the woman taking care of the man and like putting her storyline second. And they have a really good balance in the Discovery of Witches where Diana's got shit to do, okay? Matthew's got shit to do. And Diana's like, I love you. I do. And I'm going to work with you. But I'm also call you out on your bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm also going to do my thing. And I expect you to be here to support my thing. And no matter the issues you're having.
Yeah. And I like that. That's why I'm like, warning bells will pop up when you watch episode 2. But it's also a really, really good balance. And it's not like other shows. It's not like other shows in any way, shape, or form with the relationship between Diana and Matthew, which I appreciate. Also, now I can't stop thinking about everybody in the town or whatever like that, just watching from their windows. Did you see what happened? Between
well,
these
I mean, the gossip. What could you do in those days but gossip? You don't have.
Yeah, what was the version of Lady Whistledown?
Your TV was looking at the neighbors, looking through the windows like, ooh, they're fighting.
Did you see what Diana or that blonde lady was wearing a couple centuries ago? That would have been fine, but not today.
I mean, that you do know that's what happened. Like, you do know that we already saw Matthew cared about what she was wearing in the past episode in a super funny way. He's like, oh my God, that dress is 20 years out of fashion. It's like, who knows?
Everybody in the town knows it.
Right, and Matthew. But we probably didn't notice if the dress was 20 years out of fashion.
Look, if Reign can have seasons of everybody wearing prom dresses, then any other shows could do whatever they want.
Right. Okay, so final question. Favorite scene? Lyra.
Diana's magic, man. Diana's magic.
Yeah.
Like, the special effects team is just like chef's kiss, you know? They express Diana's magic in a way that doesn't feel like oh my God, I'm super powerful all the time, and I'm just gonna like throw flaming arrows everywhere. No, there's subtle creative things that they do in episode 2 that make you go, damn, he's powerful, and I like it.
Right. Raquel.
Well, I go with intense moment, like always.
Color me surprised.
Yes, super shocked.
Intense moment. Well, I can say anything like always, but I said very very earlier in this video. I really like this moment because Matthew say a lot of shit, but Diana beat her and say, eat my ass. So, because Diana is there with him, but she's not taking any shit of him, you know?
And she's not taking his shit.
At him and says like, come on, calm down and be talk to me, trust me, and you don't say that to me. You know, it's like that. Is Diana don't take any shit of Matthew, and I don't like that because she's capable of to yell at him of all the things that he's doing bad in that moment, and he's like, at first she's like a surprise because she doesn't recognize his Matthew in this Matthew, but after the shock, she's like, you know what, you want to play, I want to play. She plays very well.
Yeah,
I disagree. I feel like I don't think Diana plays, because when I think like it makes it sound like she's like, you're gonna do this shit, I'm gonna do this shit. Yeah. Like it feels like in retaliation, and she doesn't do that. She's like, I love you, boo. Get your shit together. I'm gonna be here for you.
Calm down. Yes.
But she doesn't do, and I feel like in other shows they would have made it that she did something in retaliation, because you're getting dark, I'm gonna get dark. There's no revenge. They're partners.
They're partners, and Diana wants to stay for him, but he needs to calm down. And she says, calm down first, and then
you need to calm down, like Taylor Swift would say.
Yeah, bring it from a 10, maybe to like a solid 7, and then we'll deal with it.
At least solid 7. My favorite moment was also a moment of Diana's magic, because I think that especially because we're watching, and I do feel like most of the people watching are women, and there tends to be a fixation on Matthew, and I totally understand it. Every time he
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm agreeing with you. Thank you.
I know. I'm thinking the same thing. You're
right.
Like reading my mind. Okay, continue.
There tends to be a fixation with Matthew, and I totally understand it. Every time he talks, I forget about everything else. But the show's still about Diana. The power is still Diana. She is the thing, and he's there to support her. And I think he does such a good job that sometimes when men do a good job at what should really be the standard, we're like, oh my God, this dude, and we forget that he's actually supporting her. And like, go Matthew, like you're doing a good job at what you have to do is support your woman, but like you should still be doing that. Like that's like
there should be the standard. We shouldn't be applauding
like,
it.
We should judge all men by that standard, and we should just be celebrating her. And I just don't want us to forget.
Yeah, I really like that it is a very feminist show. It's a show about the couple, but it doesn't lose itself in making it all about him. And again, like Lizzie said, we sometimes fixate on specific men when they do basic good things. And like, that should be the standard. That should be the standard of supporting your boo. And I want more people talking about like Diana's journey, because again, Diana is, I'm gonna throw it in there. One time I interviewed Deborah at San Diego Comic-Con, and she was talking about Diana and how Diana is, we always see like adventures where the woman's like 20 years old, or she's really, really young, not a lot of experience, and then we see someone who's like 40 up and with a lot of experience in life. Diana's in that sweet spot where she has like a lot of knowledge about life, but she has she's open to different experiences and stuff like that. And me being in my 30s, I identify with that a lot, and I appreciate that a story like that is being told, because I am young enough where I have experience in life, but I'm here to learn, and I'm here to grow, and I'm here to like change and all that good stuff, and I like seeing that. And that was one of the things that I was talking with Deborah about how it's that 30 something that we don't see enough of. I like it.
I like it. We'll be back with the rest of the episodes this season. As always, this is Lizzie. I'm here with Lyra and Raquel, and we'll see you next week. Bye.